Hello, welcome to my channel, Save Infinity. In this video, I just quickly wanted to talk about the idea of mail, like posting things in the mail, just as like a fun little, random different topic to put out there. So like with the idea of like mail and stuff and thinking of things like, infinite timelines and multi-dimensionality and being able to like shift between all that and all those sort of things, and how energy and all that sort of jazz, that especially the more you kind of go through these sort of journeys and what have you, and kind of really integrate and what have you, these concepts and all that sort of jazz, and then the idea of you get to, let's just say for example, you get to a point sometime and it's like you're aware of like there's like infinite or like many multi versions of people and everyone and all existing on different timelines and such, and maybe you're kind of unsure of how do I even contact the version of the person I want to contact and be in communication with, or how do I even locate them when I don't even know, like through all the infinite versions of timelines they could have taken, where they could have ended up, or so many things like that. And then with the idea of, say, visiting someone directly, if you were going to go try and find a long lost friend or something like that, if you were to try to just go to their house or go to where you remember them living or what have you, if you have, the intention and the energy and, the alignment's all right, you might be able to, zoom through the sea of infinity and end up at their house where they are and communicate with them. But if you're not feeling super confident in that ability, sending something via mail can make it a bit easier to get in touch with them in the meantime. Because, by sending that one piece of mail, it then itself has like infinite timelines or, multi-dimensional possibilities of where that piece of mail like travels to and goes along and, goes through all these different infinite versions and possibilities. So you're more likely to not have, your own fears and subconscious beliefs and, whatever else is going on filtering or prohibiting that alignment, and instead you kind of have like a better chance of that one piece of those mail possibilities getting out and branching out to where you're wanting it to go. So even if it's like, you might think of, you're not even sure if they still live at that address anymore. It's like a version of them somewhere might still. So, if you're sending that mail out with that attention of it being received by that person, it may end up being picked up on a timeline where they are still living there, and then they're able to then respond back to you if you leave a return mailing address or what have you. But sometimes that can be like a little portal of communication of when you're trying to, connect with people through a sea of infinity, using like, good old traditional snail mail, can just make that alignment and intention a bit easier if you're not really fully aligned with being able to do it exceptionally well with physical contact, where you're really drawing in that one outcome. You can kind of send a piece of mail out to kind of enhance your possibilities, if that makes sense, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. All right, I'll leave that one there for now. Sending you so much peace, love, light, and blessings as always.